All right, this is Paco Ŝako. Okay, this is piece chess. Now you may be noticing a little difference on the audio here. That's because I forgot my microphone, so we're using the camera's microphone, but you should be able to hear everything okay. Paco Ŝako, piece chess. No pieces are eliminated from the board. It's quite interesting. So you try to create chain reactions. I'm going to explain it here. So, So how does this work? Well, we're going to play as a regular chess game. But if my piece is there and Lucas's piece is there, at my turn, I can choose to attack. But you don't, in this game, in this chess variant here, you don't eliminate any pieces from the board. So you're probably wondering, well, how do you checkmate? Well, you checkmate by hugging the king. Now, hugging, what do you mean hugging? Hugging because if my piece is here and I move my piece into that spot, which in regular chess would just take that piece, these pieces here, they hug, okay? I like to, when I'm playing with Lucas, to me that's a chokehold, not a hug, okay? So that's what happens there, okay? Now, if Lucas goes here and it's my turn, I can't go into that square because my piece can't be released. Now, I control that because it's, in my turn, I control the pair. So I can move forward, but I can't really attack that piece because I can't, release the piece, and it's my turn. And if I were to go here, you can't do that, okay? I'm not even gonna get into explaining it. But if it's Lucas's turn, okay, let's say this is the situation here, I have this here. Okay, and this is how you create chain reactions in this game. If it's Lucas's turn, he can attack my piece here. So what he does is he goes here. This releases this pawn, so the pawn that moved into the square gets the other one in a chokehold, but this piece has to move. Now, Lucas could choose to move forward here, or he could choose to attack the bishop and put him in a chokehold, okay? And that's what happens. So you can see that there could be chain reactions, because let's say this situation was happening here and Lucas had, let's say Lucas had that situation and it's Lucas's turn. Well, Lucas, this is the bishop. He could attack here. That means he loosens this pawn up, okay, and puts my pawn on a chokehold. And then Lucas can go here and put this bishop in a chokehold, and then move this pawn forward one, okay? And then, if I choose to go here, that means, Anyway, so you're gonna have these pieces in a chokehold. Now listen, I know this is piece chess, it's supposed to be a hug, but like I said, when I play with Lucas, I like to think of this as a chokehold. Eventually, you can create a chain reaction, right? So if this, I gave you a quick example earlier. It creates a chain reaction, but whoever gets to hug the opponent's king wins. That's a checkmate in this game. So Lucas, let's just try it, because Lucas and I have never played this before. So we're gonna go ahead and try it. So it's my turn. There you go. Lucas goes there, I go here. All right, I go here. Again, no pieces are eliminated from this board, okay? No pieces get eliminated. Okay. So let me try something crazy, right? My bishop here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put that pawn in a chokehold. Now it's Lucas's turn. Now what Lucas could do is take the queen, put my bishop in a chokehold, But then that, actually, he can't do that because that pawn can only move forward, and he can't because the knight is here, so that couldn't happen. So go ahead, make your move. Okay, Lucas puts his queen there. I can move this on my turn. I can move the pair just as a regular bishop. So if I choose to, put this piece all the way back here, I can, or back here, however. So I'm going to do that just to show you how it works. It's my turn. I got Lucas's pawn in a chokehold, but I decided to move my pieces there. Okay. So here's a good example of a chain reaction, right? So Lucas moved the pawn. Let's say I move something over here. Lucas can attack here, put my bishop in a chokehold. This pawn gets freed up, and he could go straight, but he could also go over here and put this guy in a chokehold, right? So it's my turn. I'm gonna go here. I mean, this is the kind of game you got to play a bunch of times to be able to, kind of see where you're going to put your pieces to create that chain reaction to get to the king. That's the whole goal. You got to hug the king. So how are you going to hug the king?
Wait, can't I just...
You could go there, sure. That means you move that pawn that's there.
This pawn goes whatever direction.
You can put it there or forward one.
And then this one goes here.
Yeah, so you could do that. Again, you're trying to create a situation where you put my king in a chokehold, right? So I'm gonna, I don't know. I don't know what to do in this game. I don't know what to do in this game. I'm gonna put my knight over here. I don't even know if in this kind of chess it's good to castle. I don't know. Lucas and I plan to play this a little more often to get some experience, but I wanted to show you about this chess variant because I think it's very interesting. The pieces are beautiful. I know it's hard to see on the camera here, but they're very beautiful, and the way they hug each other is quite nice. So here's my bishop. I'm going to go ahead and go there with put Lucas's knight in a chokehold.
I can go like this. Gets a move, right?
Well, once you move that pawn there,
yeah,
you release the knight to go
Perfect.
somewhere else. Okay, there you go. So Lucas is getting the hang of it. Now I can move that bishop to an empty space, right? Because I couldn't go to the queen because I don't have one of my pieces there to release, so I can't do that. I'm gonna go here.
Can I? Yeah, right?
You can, but that pawn won't be able to move because the pawn can only move forward. Since there's nothing to attack here, the pawn can only move forward.
No, this one. I can do that one, right?
You could do this one and the pawn would move forward there, sure.
So, pawn moves forward.
Yeah, and the queen puts the bishop in a chokehold. And I'm wondering if maybe that's what this means. Paco Ŝako maybe means chokehold. What do you think, Lucas?
Yeah, it definitely means chokehold.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. All right. So I have no idea how I'm going to get to that king. I mean, I'm playing chess, but it's like, look at this. This is beautiful, right? Because I have a bishop here, and there's the king. I mean, the problem is I can't. If I go there, I need my own. I can't do that because it's his piece, right? And I can't create a chain reaction. And I can't just let go of his queen and attack his king. I can't do that in this game. So I'm looking for a chain reaction to see if there's anything I can do at this point. I'm just gonna put my knight over here. Go ahead. I mean, it's kind of a crazy. It's kind of like crazy chess. I haven't quite wrapped my head around it, but I was excited to show it to you. All right, Lucas still left this situation here. I need to find a way to maybe. Oh, boy, I can't get to that. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my knight right here and put that pawn into a chokehold. Go ahead, Lucas. What do you think so far? What do you think?
I did my move.
No, I know. What do you think of the game so far?
It's something.
Yeah, it is something. I just don't know what to do here. I mean, I'm gonna castle. Yeah, you hug the queen, yep. Or put her in a chokehold here, okay? I mean, it's really attractive how these pieces, it's really well done, isn't it? I mean, look at that. Quite well done. Good move, Lucas. I don't know what it means, but good job. I'm gonna go here. So I will release the queen, and the queen will go, boy, I don't want to go over there.
You don't have any safe spots.
Boy, is that a good idea? Wait, let me take that back. Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea, to be honest. Because that bishop is not putting my king in any threat right now. I think in this game you just have to get, the more pieces you get on that side, the more dangerous it gets for the opponent. So I'm gonna put my knight there. It's crazy. Well, if you go there, then you release the queen, right?
I know.
To go somewhere else.
I'm thinking of him.
I don't know. Listen, if you like abstract strategy games, it's worth checking it out. Okay, so you want on that pawn there. Now remember, on your turn, you can move the pieces that are together. You can do that.
Oh, really? They have their own actions?
Yeah,
I forgot.
I mean, I can take that queen. Yeah, I kind of forgot that too. You can move the pieces.
I mean, there's not a lot of good spots, to move.
Well, I mean, what am I trying to do here? I'm not even sure what I'm trying to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move that there. The queen and my bishop, I just moved them back.
God, this is so weird. Can I? Oh my God. Wait.
You can do that.
What the hell? It's so weird.
You just did that?
I know.
But I win the game.
How?
All right, watch this very carefully, everybody. Here's my knight. My knight's going to go over here.
Oh, shoot.
Put the queen in a chokehold.
Wow.
Releasing my bishop, who's going to go all the way down to the king.
Wow, I didn't see that.
And put Lucas's king in a chokehold. So there you have it. Well, what do you think, Lucas? I mean, what do you think of this?
This is a really cool idea, but you got to get used to it, you know?
Yeah, you've got to get used to it because it's going to be those little chain reactions that are going to, you know, and your king, I mean, in regular chess, you would have castled already, so maybe it would have been good to protect the king. I mean, we have to play this more often, and at some point we'll revisit this and hopefully demonstrate a better game. But you got the idea. I mean, that was brilliant. And then
I was thinking
as soon as you hug the king there, you win.
I was thinking the entire time about swapping pieces, and I even forgot that you can just move pieces, you know, when they're together. I keep forgetting that they don't, you know, they're not like constantly grabbing onto each other. They can move independently.
On your turn, like for instance, in this case, right? In this case, on your turn, you can move that queen however you want, you know? You can do whatever you want with that queen.
Dude, it's just so weird.
You could have gone here. You could move. What's the rule for that? Because boy, I just can't remember. All right, let's go over this real quick. So here are the game rules, right? The movement of a piece, that's like regular chess. Creating a union says here pieces cannot be taken and removed from the board, but instead players form unions with the pieces of the opposite player. Pieces are able to form unions with any type of piece, but only a piece of the opposite player, so you can't hug your own piece. Now, moving a union. Now, once a union is formed, both players are allowed to move it, regardless of who initially formed the union. Each player is only able to move the union based on the rules of movement of their own piece in the union as per chess, right? Now, taking over a union. So we have a bunch of pieces in union. How do you take that over? Well, players cannot just take their piece out of a union. You can't just remove it. A piece must be freed by one of their own pieces, which then takes over its place in the union, which is what I did there with the knight to release the bishop to checkmate him.
Wait, you can promote?
You could promote. That's why you got two queens.
Oh my God, that's
you
can do some crazy stuff. Like
you have two extra queens. Yeah, this game is very interesting. But anyway, let me continue here. Must be freed by one of their own pieces, which then takes over its place in the union. The piece that has been released is now free to move to another open square according to the rules of movement. You can move to an open square, or you can move as an individual piece to create a chain reaction around the board to maybe get to the king. And here it is, the chain reaction. Once a piece is freed from a union, it can either move to a free square or form a new union with another piece of the opposite player. If that new piece is already in a union, then you create a chain where another piece is freed to move out of that union. The chain movement takes place within one turn and can continue until a freed piece lands on an open square or forms a union with the freestanding piece of the other player. Okay? This is very interesting. It's very, very interesting. So that's the brief, rough playthrough. But this is an interesting game. I think it has a lot of potential, very interesting things that you could do, and we're going to revisit this. Thanks, Lucas.